Hello everyone, welcome back to Clarity for Sure. We are here with another question and answer session for SIDBI 2025. The question for today is an important one. It came last year in SIDBI, and the question is, discuss government interventions to promote women participation in MSMEs. Now before going to the question itself, we will look at some of the objective questions which can come and which are related to the same topic. Okay? Now here is the first question. A woman entrepreneur in a rural area wishes to start a Coir based unit. She lacks skill as well as the means to purchase machinery. She joins Mahila Coir Yojana for training. Under this Yojana, she can get financial assistance for procurement of machines for setting up new Coir units of maximum rupees 25 lakh project cost under. The options are Mudra Sesu Loan, Trade Scheme, Udyam Sakhi Portal, Mahila Coir Yojana, the question that was here again, and the last one is PMEGP. So under the Mahila Coir Yojana, under which scheme the woman can get up to 25 lakh project loan for loans for procuring machineries for maximum 25 lakh project cost. Those of you who know the answer can comment in the comment section. The correct answer is PMEGP. Financial assistance for procurement of machines, equipment may be obtained under the PMEGP scheme for setting up of new Coir units for which maximum project cost is 25 lakhs. Let us move to the next question. A woman-led MSME is unable to offer collateral for a 20 lakh working capital loan. Please keep it in mind that it is a working capital loan. The lending bank still wants to proceed even when she does not have the collateral. Which scheme would enable the bank to lend with assurance while protecting the interest of the borrower? The options are Mahila Samman Saving Scheme, PMEGP, Credit Guarantee Scheme under CGT MSE, Stand Up India, or Mudra Tarun Loan. Again, if anyone knows the answer, can pause the video and comment in the comment section. The correct answer is Credit Guarantee Scheme under CGT MSE, which offers collateral-free credit with a credit guarantee cover to banks for MSEs, especially women-led units. Coming to the next question. A ministry is reviewing its annual procurement plan and aims to promote women entrepreneurship as part of inclusive policy. Under the policy of mandatory 25% procurement from MSMEs, what percent is earmarked for women-owned MSEs? So ministries and PSUs are mandated to procure 25% annually from MSME. Under this, how much is earmarked for women-owned MSEs? 1%, 3%, 4%, 5% or 7%? The correct answer for this question is 3%. It mandates 3% procurement for women-led MSEs under 25% total MSE quota. Okay. Now the next question here is, a group of low-income women in semi-urban area is looking to start a business that lacks financial literacy and direct access to formal credit. Which model involving NGO facilitation is most suitable for them? So we must keep in mind, here we are talking of NGO facilitation. The options are PMEGP via KVIC, Trade Scheme, Mudra Kishore Loans, Sfurti Cluster Grant, or SIDBI Udyam Mitra. And the answer is Trade Scheme. It uses NGOs to channel the credit and training for low-income women, especially those excluded from formal systems. All right. Now the last objective question in this topic is, a woman wants to start a new venture in the trading sector and approaches her local bank branch. The branch assures support under Stand Up India scheme. Which eligibility clause must be fulfilled for her to benefit from this? The options are, business must be co-financed with SHG, a self-help group. The second option is, it should be an expansion of an existing unit. Third, she must contribute at least 50% equity. Fourth, the enterprise must be her first time venture, that is a greenfield venture. And the last option is the business must employ at least 5 women. And the correct answer of this question is option D. That is, under Stand Up India scheme, the project must be greenfield, that is first time. For SC/ST, the enterprise can be owned by an SC/ST or a woman. The percentage is not 50% but 51%. Alright. So this was the objective parts. Now we will go to the main question. Now before starting the question, we should know some of the major statistics of women related to MSMEs. Okay. So the first point here is women-owned enterprises represent a significant share of MSMEs, that is 20%, and their contribution in employment is also matching 19%, but investments lag proportionally. So 20% of enterprises of MSME enterprises are owned by women, and employment is also same, but investments are half. What does this mean? That there is a problem of scaling. Okay. The next point is women-led businesses consistently outperform men-led ones in repayment rates and income growth, especially when credit and support are available. So studies have shown that if we provide credit and hand-holding support to women enterprises, they will outperform their male counterparts in repayment of the loans as well as in income growth of their respective enterprises. Alright. Now the next point here is employment-wise, women entrepreneurs tend to hire more women. Alright. So if an enterprise is owned by women, it is very likely that they are going to hire more women in it. Okay. So it will create more jobs for women in all the sectors. The next point here is a little bit worrisome, that is most of the women-led MSMEs are concentrated in just 5 states, that is Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh, Karnataka and Gujarat. So only 5 of the major states of India have 50% of the women-led MSMEs. Okay. So these were some important statistics related to women. Now, there are some challenges that women are facing in MSME sector. The first and foremost itself is the poor awareness among the women. Government is running a lot of schemes for women to encourage them in various kinds of industry, but the women themselves are not knowing of these schemes. Okay. The next one is social constraints. Today also there are a lot of social constraints to women in entering businesses. Also some of the sectors have a very high entry barrier like manufacturing. Okay. Then we have limited access to formal credit, low digital literacy. The digital literacy of women is significantly lower than their male counterparts, and low overall entrepreneurship rates among women. Okay. So these were some of the challenges. Now let's introduce the topic. In introduction of the topic, we can say some of the role that women are playing in MSME sector. Also, as this is a general question of women in MSME, question may come about this also. So we can use if a question comes like that, we can use these points in body also. So we can introduce firstly that participation of women in MSME sector is a strategic one. It is not just about gender equality, but it is also a strategic economic priority. As we are aiming to become a multi-trillion economy, we want the other 50% of our population to be also working, okay, and help India in achieving its targets. Okay, so some of the points that we can use are: first, key drivers of inclusive growth. Women entrepreneurs in MSMEs play a vital role in driving inclusive and sustainable economic growth, especially in rural and urban areas, semi-urban areas. The next point is growing participation. As per government data, over 20% of registered MSMEs are women-owned, showcasing their increasing contribution to the economy. The third point is employment generators. Women-led MSMEs are significant employment creators, especially for other women. So, women are not just employment seekers now, they have slowly and steadily, they are becoming employment generators also. Here are a couple of more points. Sectoral presence. High representation in handicrafts, textiles, food processing, beauty services, agribusinesses and digital sectors. So we say that the presence of women is not just diverse, but also inclusive, as these sectors are labor intensive. Okay. Now, next point is empowerment and social impact. Women-led enterprises often focus on social entrepreneurship, community development and sustainable practices, creating broader social value. Now the next point is supportive government policies and institutional support. So government is also creating a lot of policies for women, and they are supported by institutions also of our country. Policies and schemes like Stand Up India, Trade Scheme, Mudra Loan, Udyam Sakhi portal aim to improve access to finance, training and markets for women. Apart from that, organizations like SIDBI and the MSME ministry itself are promoting cluster-based development, mentoring and credit facilitation for women entrepreneurs. So these were some of the points here. Now let us go to the main question, that are what are the government intervention for women in MSME, and there are a number of them. So we will we will look at each of them very briefly, okay, and concisely. The first one is very famous Stand Up India scheme under Ministry of Finance, Department of Financial Services, and the agency is SIDBI. These are promoting SC/ST and women entrepreneurs by facilitating bank loans of 10 lakh to 1 crore for only greenfield enterprises, that is new ones, new projects. Okay. The next one is Mahila Coir Yojana. What is Coir? It is the outer layer of coconut husk. This is used in many industries like making ropes, mattresses, etc. Right? So we have a Coir board for it, and Ministry of MSME is also playing important role here in Mahila Coir Yojana. These are promoting coir industry among rural women, and under the scheme, under the Yojana, 75% of subsidy is given on machinery up to 7,500. Alright. The next scheme is Trade Scheme. Trade related entrepreneurship, assistance and development under, again the ministry remains the same, Ministry of MSME. Here in the Trade Scheme, credit and training is provided via non-government organizations, alright, for low income group women entrepreneurs. Here loans are provided by banks to NGOs, and 30% of the loan is provided by the government in the form of grant to the NGOs. Alright. The next scheme is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana Sisu category. Now Sisu category, we know the loans are up to 50,000, that are micro. So these come under microfinance. Alright. This focus on women, lower interest rates under Mahila Mudra scheme. The next scheme is Udyam Sakhi portal. It is not a scheme, rather an initiative from Ministry of MSME, which is an online platform for women-led startups. It provides information on funding, mentoring and market access. There are some more government interventions also here. The sixth is ESDP Women Focus. ESDP stands for Entrepreneurship and Skill Development Program. The ministry again is Ministry of MSME. It promotes entrepreneurship through training. So special training programs for aspiring women entrepreneurs are held under this program. The next is again a famous one, CGT MSE Women Loans, which is under Ministry of MSME, and the agency again is SIDBI. So we all know that Credit Guarantee Trust for MSEs are providing collateral free loans for different people, women including women, and loans are provided via banks, and credit guarantee support is provided through CGT MSE. Okay. The next is Public Procurement Policy, which was one of our questions also, under the Ministry of MSME. It is not basically under Ministry of MSME. Ministry of Finance has, I think, mandated it. Okay. So it ensures women-led MSMEs to get market access through government contracts. 3% of 25% MSME quota is reserved for women-owned enterprises. All right. Now, for cluster-based organizations, we have Sphurti and Aspire under Ministry of MSME. They promote self-help groups and traditional clusters with women participation. All right. And funding and support are provided to those clusters. The next one is SIDBI, Mahila Udyam Nidhi. Again, from Nidhi, we can say that something of financial support will be provided here to women for new project setup. Here, support will be in the form of soft loan. Also, capacity building and digital onboarding will also be provided. The last one is SIDBI, Prayas and Samriddhi. Under this scheme, digital credit and enterprise support will be provided, and micro and nano credit loans, mentoring and credit linkage will be provided to women entrepreneurs. Alright, so these were the points that you can use in your question. Also, if a different kind of question can come, we can very well use these interventions by government, also other points which we mentioned. So this was all from the session. Any student who is interested in enrolling for the course, they can enroll in SIDBI course, crash course and test series of Clarity Force Show, and currently an offer is also running, so you can avail the course at a reasonable price of just 1500. So that was all from my side today. I hope you learned something from the session, and keep learning till we meet again next time. Thank you.